Okay, Into the Deep Unknown is an early account about a canoe trip through the backwoods of Nova Scotia, southwestern Nova Scotia, undertaken in 1910 approximately by three American doctors under the guidance of a couple of guides from Milford House in Annapolis County, and they retraced the tent dwellers route that Albert Bigelow Paine writes about in his classic book, The Tent Dwellers. And so I took that, combined it with over 400 images that I've collected over the years. My favorite part of the book is I like the pictures. The pictures are, they say, are worth 1,000 words, so there's like over 400,000 words here in just the photos. There's so much more, you know. The pictures tell about, you know, a time that's gone, time past, and I would have to say that the photos, even though the text itself is strong, I still enjoy looking at the photos. I was brought up in a guiding family in Bear River. I'm from Bear River originally. Um, my dad was a guide, hunter, and trapper, and from a very early age, I'm told, you know, legend has it, I was taken in the woods in a pack basket at a very early age. And so my brothers and sister and I were brought up in the guiding tradition. And I've continued on with that. I had a guide's license and I guided for a few years myself. I have a very keen interest in the outdoors, preserving it, and the old stories and that go along with that. And so that's why I sort of fell into the writing side of things when my dad passed away unexpectedly in 1980. And I realized with his passing that the stories were being lost. You really want to have your wits about you if you're going into the back country of the Tobiatic and Kedji. It's not sort of like over Sunday a day camp, you know. Well, the lure of it, I think, is to get back to your roots, get away from people. It's the same as when Albert Bigelow Paine wrote The Tent Dwellers. He wrote about the preciousness of isolation, getting away from men who dig up and tear down and destroy, who set whistles to tooting and bells to clanging. He said that in 1908. Well, it's no different today. We need to get away. We need to be isolated. We need to get somewhere quiet and be able to recharge our batteries. And I think that's why people do it. I mean, you don't have to go that deep into the unknown to do it. I mean, you can go into the Tobiatic or Kedji and still be away from it, but you can still be like Paine and try to get away from people that dig up and tear down and destroy. And I think his lines are still as appropriate today, 100 years later. You know.